allegiance, I'd sure appreciate it. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which
it stands,
under
one
God,
nation, God,
under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
for all. Amen.
Thank you, everybody. If we can get an adoption for the agenda today.
I move to adopt the agenda for the telephonic board meeting for May 8th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, motion carries. And so, kind of funny, I was just looking at this. Call to order is after the Pledge of Allegiance. That's kind of weird. Okay. Anyway, I don't know what your agendas look like, but mine says item C is call to order.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've already done this. So, all right, now we're going to move into our public hearing. And I will get to my screen here. All right.
That one looks weird too.
Yeah, it does.
Open,
This
close, and
public
then we
meeting
have the hearing.
Public meeting is called to order May 8th, 2025 at 10:32 for the purpose of public review of the fiscal year 2025 final expenditure budget. And I guess Mr. James Scott will let you take the show for a minute.
Yeah, so we have our final budget revision for FY25. The most significant changes were positive. We saw an increase in student enrollment since our December revision. And then also our high school was reclassified as an isolated small high school. So since there's no high schools relatively near it, and it's under a certain student population, it gets increased funding. So that resulted in 160,000 additional funding into additional students. The total additional funding is a little over 700,000. So with the board's approval today, we will submit the final budget revision to ADE. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Anybody have questions for James?
No.
Anybody in the public?
Yes,
there?
I have a question. I'm sorry. I couldn't
Oh, all right.
get my things sorted out here. I was just curious about the revenue control limit and how that works. I mean, in other words, when you do the budget, does it like tell you, okay, you're approaching that limit, or you're getting close, or oops, you went over? You know, does it do that automatically for you when you're running those?
Yeah.
Those numerous charts.
What happens is once you guys approve the budget, I change the budget in our accounting system to match what you approved, and then nobody can submit expenses exceeding their particular budget lines. So we can't exceed the budget at any point. It will give us a warning, and we have to move funds or change funds around. So yeah, we are well within our revenue control limit. We're on track to spend about $11 million this year, a little bit less. So there's really no concern, but there are safeguards in place that we don't exceed that amount.
So did it change?
Yeah, it went up.
With the reclassification of the school as small isolated?
Yep, it went up. So 160,000 gets added to our budget control limit, so we can now spend it. Yep.
Okay, great, thanks.
Uh-huh.
Anybody else have anything for James? And Casey, is anybody in the public? Anybody else in the room?
No,
Nobody here? All right. So I will go ahead and close the public hearing for the fiscal year 2025 final budget, and it's closed at 10:34 a.m. So we'll move along to our action item to deal with this public hearing. And if we can get a motion on that, please.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to, what's the motion? Sorry. I'll make a motion to approve the Wickenburg Unified School District final expenditure budget fiscal year 2025 as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that motion carries. Thank you, James, for all
Thank
that.
you.
Appreciate it. All right, and now we move into the small consent agenda. And if anybody needs anything pulled before we take action, let me know. Okay, then we will entertain a motion on the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda for May 8th, 2025.
Second?
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And that motion carries as well. Appreciate it. And we can move into closing of the meeting.
I move to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Appreciate it, everybody. This meeting is adjourned at 10:36 a.m. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank
Everybody
you.
have a great day.
Welcome.
I have a question, if I may. On Tuesday,